Please stand by. We will be going live in 4 minutes. Hemet News will be going live in 4 minutes. Everybody's wondering what the deal is with the homeless encampment over here on Palm in Old Chicago with the situation with Steve. As everybody probably watched our older live stream, which we will be bringing that up as well after the second part. We went back to Palm in Chicago tonight and visited Steve and also all the other homeless people that began to camping out around there and let them know that they need to be out by tomorrow. We actually recorded everything as we were down there, so we are getting ready to play the video that we recorded as we were on scene tonight down there on Palm in Chicago. Stand by, we will be going live in 2 minutes. He got himself out. He got himself out. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are down here at the campsite and we are working with Steve. We're helping him get everything packed up. As you notice, he's got his train loaded up already. He's making progress. So, I mean, he is trying to do what he said he's going to do.
No, I'm going to do it. It's not trying. I am going to do it.
You're doing it now.
I hate that word trying.
All right.
I've used it too many times. And you try and you fail. And I'm going to do it. It's going to happen. It'll be done on time.
And we're also going to walk down, check out the other camps, see what's going on down here. They were given the same warnings, so we're going to go down there and see what's happening as well. And Steve's going to show us the trash piles and everything that's down there. So go ahead and follow us, and we're going to roll on down here in the dark and see what we can figure out. Steve, you know this.
Shut off? Do you have your remote for that? I'm sorry.
No, I shut him off.
Okay. Because it seemed like something that was bright, then it was really dim.
Right. Oh, that was him. He's doing it that way.
Oh, okay.
So you know the way better in the dark, so we'll follow you down in the trail.
All right. Yeah. I want to get this off so there's all of somebody going, oops, I didn't make the turn, and my dogs are like,
oh, no, we'll be okay. We're down here earlier when we were looking for you. There's one car come bailing around the curve like a bat out of hell.
Watch the gulch.
Oh yeah, there's good.
Yeah. And as you can see, I've done some improvements to the trail since last time. It's almost pushed back. All these rocks will be placed in line with the tree and behind it. Right about where I'm shining the light right now is where the wall will finally come to rest. This monster has been what's the word, the nemesis? This is the
menace.
I began trying to move this with a shovel. I killed the shovel. I reburied it, but it was sticking out into the trail. It would have been maybe 2 feet wide with this thing sticking out. And if I built it up, then the water would pool behind it, and that wouldn't work. So the slope is going to be towards this and downhill from the crest up there. So hopefully, if this thing does overflow, it'll just kind of go this way. I'm trying to make it easy for the water to follow the path of this.
Awesome.
Let's
go down there.
Actually, get rid of this stuff. It would flow better. Over here, this is stuff I pulled out of well, not the aquarium, that was dumped out here. But this stuff I pulled out of this right here. The tire was actually wedged in, and this is full of packing peanuts. And that would get collected behind it. And I think that's why it backed up with that slight stone that it had to do. They said they'd come out and put the weed killer like all the oh, you're going to get the boulders and stuff?
Who we got over here?
Roundup.
We got some.
Yeah, that's Christmas Stephanie. To the right, I think Lisa is being dragged. I think she's got her stuff already moved. She was upset with me for some reason.
I do want to let everybody know if your video does pause and starts buffering, that's because we are on a slow internet connection on our live feed. You can either pay attention and wait for it to start back, or you can hit refresh and it should start it back. We're going back to the audio on the video.
Aria, because you didn't say anything when you went by.
Steve, you have taken time to open your eyes and analyze the situation here. I asked you for help.
What's up, guys?
You wouldn't give it.
How's your day?
You didn't want help. And you were going to help somebody, help me, unless you got something out of it. That's the way I saw it and the way I took it.
Oh, you're taking it wrong.
Well, that's the way I saw it, and that's the way you presented it. Okay, so yes, I was pissed.
Y'all got everything about ready to try to be
Yeah, I'll do it that way, but but right now I gotta go pack my shit. I got boxes.
We have our
I
bags.
gotta do that.
I just recently
When I
got
take
home
my
yesterday.
When I take a break,
But
I'll
yeah, I
talk
could
to you.
literally just backpack in probably like 15 minutes and just be out of here with my tent. All I just gotta do is roll up my tent.
Okay, which one is your tent?
That one.
This one right here?
Yeah.
Okay, who has the tent that's pushed over in the weeds over there? Her, okay, that's hers.
It's like, no,
What about this guy down here?
I have a place to put my stuff, yeah.
Joey and Jessica.
Is Joey here?
I'm here too.
We heard he was here.
Alright, we'll try to find him. Yeah, this is the trash right here a lot of people are concerned about.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't understand how that was possible. Look at all
Oh,
that.
I remember.
Who done that?
Nobody has a problem with that. We're not up to anything. I won't be building forts that are hard to take down. I'm doing just the basic stuff and no more.
Yeah.
And get rid of anything that's not. I don't need and all the big stuff. It's Tyler to store. He wants the tank and
This was the trash that we were showing you earlier in our live stream. Steve stated he did put a little bit here, and then everybody else just started contributing and just grew and grew and grew. So this is something that they're definitely going to have to take care of as well. This is the tent that I remember seeing way down there on the other end of this place, Ricardo. Down on that was Nikki's tent.
Nikki's tent, that's right.
Okay, well that's the one I saw all over the place. So I'm back to square one.
Focus on him. Okay, whose campsite is this? Anybody at this campsite?
Hello.
Hello? Keep me on camera.
What's up?
Hey, who are you? Is this Joey?
Yeah.
Okay, Joey, I need you to come out and talk to me a second, sir. You don't have any weapons, do you?
No, sir.
Okay.
How you doing?
Good, good. We got an issue down here. Gang Task Force and the law is going to be out here in the morning.
Okay.
I'm trying to get everybody a little heads up.
Okay, sir.
We need to get everybody out of here. We need to get all this cleaned up. This is really a nightmare. The whole community's complaining about it. I don't want to see anybody go to jail, start getting citations.
Okay.
Steve's packing up now. I need you guys to be out of here by the morning.
Okay, sir.
If not, the possibility, I'm not saying you won't, I'm not saying you are or will, but possibility they will detain you. I'm just trying to give everybody heads up that we, want to try to get everybody out of here, move on down somewhere else away from this area.
Okay.
For your safety, their safety. The neighbor right over here behind these bushes, they're really catching a lot of hell from the code enforcement.
Okay, no problem.
So they are considering this area right here where everybody is trespassing because it is on the county property, on the water board.
Okay.
So I'm trying to let everybody know I need you to go ahead, clean up, pack up, and try to be out of here before in the morning time. So.
Okay, no problem.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Focus on that.
Got that for me, Joey?
To the left, to the left.
Anybody else? I'm sorry, I apologize.
Hey, I need a light like that.
You're gonna have an outlet to charge those things up, I think.
No, they don't last long.
How many lumens are there?
Don't know, but are they bright?
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, whose camp is this?
I stay down here, okay?
Okay.
All the trash and stuff, people have been back down here, rifles and stuff. I've lost clothes again. I didn't know how to get clothes. And see, they were back again, all that. I cleaned it up, and when I take off in the morning or whenever, every time I take off with the wagon, I haul something off.
Right.
And I'm trying to get it all cleared out, but the kids come through or whoever comes through,
There's party kids.
they rifle through it and throw shit all over again, and that's why I'm having to go twice like this again. And today, they did it again. Here's my cookie. You can unhook her, Beth.
She's a
Yeah, everything's thrown in
catcher
the bushes,
extraordinaire.
all
She sits
that.
in the tunnel and knocks them dead.
You know?
She's a good
And
little
I
dog.
was trying to get this cleaned up and taken out and everything, and it's like, no matter how many steps I take forward, they just throw me. I mean, I don't take a step back; they just throw me way back.
Now, who all's been throwing garbage over on that pile over there?
It's been added to. I'm not going to accuse anybody. I know Nicole was throwing things on there. She just walked by and, pointedly throwing
she
things
from
in.
where her camp is down that way. Come by
She would
boxes.
come by and
Say
dump
it
stuff.
accumulated pride
It
from
accumulated,
everybody,
yeah.
but not
I'm guilty
us
of
two.
throwing one box.
Yeah,
over
they're,
there.
Okay.
they're recent.
That's
They
it.
just
We're
showed up.
recent.
Other than that, I just start saving the boxes
And I
and
take
hauling
my
it out. Like
I
I
just,
said.
that trash pile originally mine, and it had a lot of cardboard. That's why it wasn't that big, but the cardboard was taken out, and it just was a bigger.
It looked like it's kind of multiply big time.
But that's on my list of things to bag up and take out. So I'm taking responsibility for that. The whole thing. Whoever put the stuff there, I'm taking responsibility for that. If I get the chance and they don't take, all this loose things that have been blown around, I'm taking responsibility for that. I'll clean it up and I'll get it out.
We're going to try
I'm
to get
allowing.
everybody
I'll
to
keep
pitch
going
in.
until it's done.
Everybody down here staying needs to help pitch in and clean it up.
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna.
we are. Yeah.
I'm not going to ask
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
even though you didn't
Yeah.
presume that I can require anybody to
Yeah.
do anything they don't want to. So I'm just saying,
Yeah, look out for you.
whatever happens, I'll be cleaning up at the last. I'll be cleaning up everything that's still here when the dust settles. So.
I will too.
Where's the other guy? Did he move out of here yet?
Oh, he's gone.
Good. I told him to leave, and it looked like he listened to us, Ricardo.
Yeah, he doesn't
Yeah,
want
he's
any contact with the authorities. So.
Well, good. I guess I scared him good. All right, well, folks, it looks like we did get one of them out of here. He listened to us, and you remember, Ricardo, when you filmed and we thought he was over in the, what do you call it, in that lady's property? Remember you zoomed in over there? That's what he was doing.
Yeah, the guy
He
with
was
the big
packing
beard.
up and leaving. Yeah,
Of
that's
course.
the guy that's been causing a lot of problems for Steve.
Yeah.
Let's see if he left a mess down here. Yeah, because he was camped about right here.
Looks like these are piles of trash. Maybe he picked it up. Looks like a pillow
And we left a
or a
blanket.
blanket. These are his sticks, I'm sure he used for the.
Glad we got him out of here. Alright. So I think that's about the issue that we have with this from this part up.
Huh.
Which you notice?
Water, liquid, pee, maybe, a lighter.
Yeah, looks like this was his toilet spot.
But this is the property here. Just loop around this tree over here.
Spray paint. Guess we know who was doing the tagging over there on the wall. Anybody missing any electronics? USB hub. Now I wonder why they need we got internet out here, folks. We got wireless cable modem out here in the washout. Wonder where they're getting their connection from.
Oh my god.
I know, I want to know where it's being plugged in for power. Okay, looks like... Whose camp was this?
Previously this was Nicole and Brandon's. In fact, I think
Nicole and Brandon, that's where the tagging comes from, huh?
And they kind of cleaned it up, and then someone else came along and tossed stuff over the fence into Joe's property.
Oh my goodness.
When I came through and realized that, I saw this stuff up in the tree, I think it's right about here because they had this bush with him. There was like blankets and crap, and I think there's still some things I couldn't reach it with what I had with me. And I resolved to come back. What's with the cactus? You got a cactus right there.
Oh, shit, I picked a good spot to reach
Put
over.
the barbed wire too.
And the clown that threw that over.
I'm a redneck. I ain't scared of barbed wire.
In defense of Nicole and Brandon, they did not throw the crap
no
over the fence. I was told later that a character out here goes by the moniker KC is the one that threw the crap over the fence into Joe's backyard. I mean, she owns all along this. She's got the two adjacent properties, and the orange grove thing is pretty big. And
Well, I'm glad Mike's out of here. He listened to us. He got out of here and got out of Dodge quick.
yeah, he doesn't want to deal with security.
Old cable modem.
Oh yeah. Yeah, she picked up weird things. I mean,
Like, what's she gonna do? Where's she gonna plug it in over?
who knows? I can't fathom what's going on.
Hey, Brandon, bend over. Let me plug this up.
Yeah. Well, she sat there one night for at least an hour. He was out and sleeping, and she just kept repeating, "Stop breathing! Stop breathing!
Oh, stop breathing!
Stop breathing!"
Let's go this way,
I
guys.
just went over to the tumbleweeds, and they were close enough I could hear what's going on. I said,
She was a trip. We already had the police out here several times for her.
and I think she's healing close to her medication schedule. I think she's actually been thoughtful of other people and stuff at times. Of course, it doesn't last very long. Yes, it's all. It had to be horsepower. It looks like
A little horse stuff. Alright.
Oh, I got a fart. Oh yeah. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, what she said moved I guess they were messing with Mike. He was inside his tent
here, and I made Mike move. So.
Yeah, this looks like maybe. Yeah. What's this?
Yeah, that's an old blanket. All tore up.
This looks like one I grew down. That was from.
Could you use a blanket for yourself?
I don't want that one.
No?
I got more blankets than I know what to do with. In fact, if somebody wants blankets and they need to be washed, everyone has been dipped in the holy dust of the wash. Anything that's been in my camp had to be dropped in before it was official. So, my tools, everything. It's just in everything, and all of my blankets are full of dust. Even the brand new ones that were in a box that somebody gave me here recently. They've got the wheels overall.
Well, the trash, if everybody wants to, I guess, since we've already got this pile over here, everybody just take their trash, put it here, and then we'll get some trucks and try to get it out of here. We do have people that more convenient for them to place it here, and then we can. Once it's big, then right. Because I don't want it, out in by the street where it's. Yeah, it's going to be a monster if it's
We're actually here right now, working in the process.
Part of it. Well, I'm pretty sure I can contact the water company and get it home with that. That would be we need to get rid of this part. Especially the back one. That shouldn't be here. That's going to cause somebody to go.
Well, really, neither one of them should be here.
Yeah, well,
actually, yeah, you're right. That's a Dollar General one, and that's Stater Brothers' finest little zinc. They're really sensitive about the flat carts. Almost all of them are gone. That's why they come down hard and they want to prosecute whoever they catch it.
well, they're going to now where if they, they get so far beyond.
Holy smokes! It smells like human shit back here.
Yeah, it's quite possible. Who knows what's in here?
That stunk. That was a fresh shit. Excuse my language.
And all this was already here.
Yeah, this is somebody dumped a bunch of stuff here. That was dumped here. This is. Well, photo enforcement has taken has captured these. They know what it looks like. They got evidence of what looked like, and and this. I take responsibility for all these thorn tree bushes. The neighbors, Miguel, and I think it was to kind of dissuade Nicole from camping in front of there. They trimmed a bunch of these got nasty thorns on them.
Oh yeah, those are
monsters. That's a little baby one right there. They get thorns like this and they will impale you. I think this was just Chris and Sebby's attempt to kind of, camouflage it, but this is all mine. I was using this as part of the berm process over here.
Whose campsite is this one right here, Steve?
This one here is Chris and Stephanie's. And,
this one over here.
This is the one in the back in the bushes. That's where are we? This is. Oh yeah, she's been working on this. It looks like it's been tossed. She's right.
Tossed?
Tossed. Yeah, somebody's gone through and pawed through it. Because it wasn't like this. It was neat and orderly. There's stuff here, but it wasn't all knocked over like this. Somebody went through here and pawed through it. And again, we've got a short list of 2 people as suspects. So.
Whose campsite is this normally, though?
This originally was Mike and Jamie's. They blew it in 5 days. They were fighting openly.
There's your tripod, Lon.
Oh no, I was going to say I had one like that, but it's not mine.
I kind of like it for mine.
Some very useful items out. People just throw away.
Ask them if they want to sell it. Will it work for my camera?
Recycler extraordinaire. She comes up on just the coolest stuff, and she'll, stuff that I'm interested in. She'll be, you want this? And it's like, yeah, tools. Yeah, I need to.
Let's see if they want to sell that tripod.
She probably will.
Gotta get up and talk to her.
Yeah.
Where's she at? Who is it?
Probably that's Lisa.
She was doing something with the tunnel or something. I overstepped. I stepped into the answer for her. She was upset with me.
Does it work though? Or even?
Sorry.
Go up and watch it and try to get my dogs.
Okay, I'll be right back up there.
Thank you.
Where?
It's in that bucket.
Lisa.
Ricardo.
How do you even go down here?
There's a trail over there.
Huh?
Yeah, she just fell, so I'd be careful.
Hey, now if you fall, I want to get this on video, Ricardo. Watch, I'll be the one to bust my butt.
My purse is right there.
I want some meth, man. Is this a real place where I get it?
Alright, I got some.
No. Good.
There you go, I bought it for you. First yard sale.
Yeah, I had Cookie in my arms going down, and right there we go.
Uh-huh.
And My foot
Here you
slipped,
go, hon.
and I almost dropped.
How's
Do that. Okay. I almost fell with her. So what I did was I tossed her, and I thought she landed in soft sand, but she hurt her wrist, her arm, her leg, whatever. So, but we should get trash bags.
Why are you eating that?
Because he's hungry.
I got some for Steve too.
Good.
So, I know he's probably, well, I don't know if he's probably hungry, but I got some for him. I got everybody fed. Oh. So, Gatorade. Go to Gatorade. That's for Joey.
How far does that thing go in?
Goes all the way through to the other side.
No way.
Yeah.
No
I go as far
Somebody
as,
else in there.
there's an entrance here, but then there's
somebody else on the other side?
Yeah.
Who?
Isaiah. He's
He's the one with the guitars, right?
Yeah. He watches Cookie for me when he doesn't have work, and I can run around when it's hot, and she stays here. That's right.
So they don't have no. What happened to the fence that was supposed to be in there? I see that's
Somebody
gone.
came and took all the fencing.
Wow.
I don't know who.
Money.
Sit down.
It's worth money? Really?
Do they scrap that stuff?
No.
Okay,
You
that's fine.
sell it to people who do fences. It's a lot of money.
Really?
But
You're not
after
cold?
legal,
You're not cold?
There's chips right there if you guys want some too.
I've been walking.
Whoever did it had to have a truck. There ain't no way they're gonna be walking down the road with all that fence.
The person who did it actually rides a bicycle.
How in the heck did he tote all that fencing?
He has a cart.
I originally borrowed the wagon, right? It was already rickety, falling apart. I was gonna redo it, the wood, and I had the wood slats and everything. Well, I don't know how they did it, but they conned me out of $50 for the wagon.
Wow.
Falling apart.
Wow.
But it's okay. We're gonna
They
make
gave you $50 for a wagon?
No, they conned her out of
They conned
50.
me out of $50 to pay for it.
You
I
paid
told her-
$50 for the wagon?
I kept telling
Is
them,
that-
I don't
okay, I
want to
understand.
pay $50 for it because I can go to Walmart and buy
Buy a brand new one, a lot bigger.
That folds and it's bigger for $40.
Yeah.
Because I've been checking on it. And she said no, and she threw the little girl at me that was sick, and they needed the money for
They
her
did a
medicine.
Classic though, right?
Yeah. So I didn't basically do it because of that. I did it for the little girl that needed
Here, a lighter.
medicine because they did have a copay. I lost my lighter.
Here,
So
Mom.
Oh, there you go. We will torch it.
Yeah.
all right, let me move this to Joey and go get this food to Steve. And
So all this stuff right here is pretty much your stuff right here?
the car.
The car?
Well, yeah, that green thing is a water thing that my mom wanted, water fountain thing. But the wood stuff like that it was all boxed up over here in boxes. You can tell they tore everything apart. And
Pretty much all
Doesn't
this
a lot
should
of
be
people
gone.
come and take your things when you're not
yeah,
here?
that's what I said. I've got
Yeah, so
I
a
got
lot
stuff
of
that
this
was
shit-
missing. I've got clothes. I don't have no clothes no more. I gotta get all new clothes.
Yeah, a lot of the shit was already here before she even moved in, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm telling. I've been trying to clean it up. And they
How much rent is it here?
Huh?
How much rent is it here?
Free.
No, it's not.
No utilities, right?
The utility?
Exactly.
Yeah, but you take the risk of the Mother Nature kicking your butt.
Yeah,
Right.
she's lost her thing a couple times just from
I used
the
to
rain.
live down here before a year ago
Really?
with my ex. And the first storm, I said, "We're gonna get flooded. We gotta get." No, we're not. We're not. No, we're not. What happened?
You
All I
woke
heard
up
was-
swimming.
All we heard was shh, and we looked, and
I
here
like
it
that
comes.
thing.
It took my
shit,
my other
that
dog.
break.
He didn't
Oh
break
my
nothing.
god,
It's just
you
a cup.
broke something.
You broke some trash, man.
That's my
Ricardo,
Bible.
dude, what is it, man?
Actually, you take that to Chevron
But
and get
no,
it filled up for a dollar.
no,
No
the
way.
rain came. It took
Oh,
all
yeah.
our blankets, clothes. It took my dog. My ex chased down and got my dog. I lost everything. So if you went down that way, you'd see all the personal.
So it didn't wash away your ex, huh?
No.
Damn.
Yeah.
Water wasn't
The
strong
second
enough.
one, it only took our shoes. But then after that, it's like I already knew. This one, I told him, look, 10 minutes of rain. I don't know what it is. It sprinkled for 10 minutes.
Right.
Next thing you know, you got the whole ocean coming through. They didn't believe me. We almost lost Cookie.
All right, Eddie, what are we doing, man?
All right, well, we're going to head on back up to Steve, give him some light, try to get him to start cracking
Oh,
down.
so you guys haven't gotten nothing done up there?
When we just
Yeah.
got here just now, we just set
I
the
learned-
By
lights up.
himself, he
I
pretty
learned
much
that
got
one.
like his little
That's a
trailer
lot
and
of
stuff.
dedication.
Yeah,
you guys.
I learned to leave that one
I
alone.
appreciate it.
I'm the last
Some
one.
bits now for me.
I know, Mommy, I'm right here. She hurt her ankle. It's not broken.
It's all got to be
Look, see?
teamwork
I was
to
ready
make
for the
this
next
happen.
rain. Okay.
How'd you get that string to hold up like that?
There's a rock on the other side.
She's a pro.
Nice.
Tied to a rock.
You just a female version of MacGyver, right?
Yeah.
Straight smarts, not
Everybody
books.
calls me Mama Lise because I help everybody on the streets. I mean, I even got people in my route give me clothes for people that needed blankets, shoes, or whatever. That's what I got left in there, for somebody. But they never
she
came
does
by.
work for Steve.
City of the
You do a lot of work for Steve.
danger. That much.
Steve helped her a lot. I mean, she helped Steve a lot.
We all help each other. I gotta get my purse.
You think that's enough
Those
copper
look
to take in
fresh.
right now?
The top writing, the brown writing, that looks fresh.
That's
We got a
today.
swastika too.
That's today because I wasn't there earlier.
That was today.
Who would write that?
I don't know who wrote that today, but like I said, the kids have been coming down here.
I wrote this. It's a swastika.
It's not permanent though.
Chalk.
Chalk.
It's chalk.
Yeah.
Look at see, I even got my little raft next time the rain comes for Cookie.
Leave it to you, Lisa.
But no, the wagon, I didn't mind painting that because we're going to make it into a little covered wagon for Cookie. There's a little cowgirl hat and she's got a little bandana. We're going to put little bottles on the side
Okay.
like the old days.
Right. All right, let's roll up and see what Steve's doing.
Alright.
You can either go this way or you can go this way, Ricardo.
You do it long enough, you can do it at night.
Right.
Except for tonight, I couldn't.
She were going down.
Last time I did, I seriously tripped over that and I didn't have Cookie.
What I was telling Steve would probably be the best ideas for all the trash after, the pack up is done. Go ahead and just take the trash neatly, put it in this pile over here where it's already at. And then people in the community said, that they're willing to come out and help. They're not going to do it for everybody, but they want everybody.
If allowed, I can get the big industrial trash bags from my brother. He works for an appliance company and they use a bag. But I can get some, come out here every day, load up one and haul it off.
Right.
If I'm allowed to come back and do that.
Yeah, I mean,
That's what I want to do.
as long as
down
you're
there.
coming out here cleaning up instead of just trespassing, in my belief, I don't think it would be an
Well, that's what
issue.
I want to do.
I've
I
done
mean,
it camping before.
I didn't do that, because I hauled my own, but I've been trying to haul this off. But it's like the kids that come down here, I mean, all that, they come out here and party and all that.
Right.
And they break glass, and then we go out there and clean it up. There's no sense, I mean, even this evening when Steve, nobody was here, I came through to drop a bin off that I'm going to use. I was already just a block away. This guy comes by in a little truck, says, "Get the out of here!" And next thing you know, he throws a candy at me. I'm
Rude
like,
people.
What the hell did I do?
Right.
Yeah, but it's
I mean, I don't help just these guys here. I help everybody. I mean, there's people that have their own homes that need help. So I go help them do yard work or.
Well, the community, a lot of
I don't
people in
expect
this,
to get paid. It's just, my payment is seeing somebody happy that somebody helped them and
Right.
don't expect me.
well, I got a lot of people in the neighborhood area that said, that they'd be willing to come out and help do cleanup, but, they're not going to do it for everybody. Everybody's going to have to help too.
Yeah, that's what
they don't
in
give you the
Jessica,
time because they
she
want-
calls
they
me
want
a
to
diehard.
do it.
It's like, no matter, I mean, I'm serious in the dark. I don't care if I'm puking, whatever. I'm up at dusk. I'm up like 5 o'clock, by 6, 7 o'clock. I'm out to go do my recycling, come back, and I do work. I clean up around here, or I got a job helping somebody, or, whatever. It makes me happy, it makes me feel good. No matter if my leg's falling off, I'm happy. I'm doing what I like doing, helping people.
That's good.
And Cookie, she does too. She does therapy for older people.
Right.
She, this older lady was depressed and stuff. We go by and see her, and she gets all happy and everything. So once a week we go visit this lady, and she's happy as can be, And
That's good.
Cookie likes it.
Both of them.
All right, let you know I'll be right up.
All right.
Jody? I got some beer to do then.
This is ours.
We throw our trash away. This is mine because I wanted it to get hot earlier. Yeah, gotta lock up my tent too.
You lock up your tent?
Yeah,
But
a lot of
locks,
her stuff misses, so
they always say locks only keep out honest people, though.
no.
If they want in there bad enough, a knife.
See,
Yeah.
I leave my stuff open.
Yeah, but then we'd know, and then wouldn't be good.
Yeah.
Everybody here.
I'm not ready to pack up right now because I want to help her because
Right.
I can roll this shit up and it could be gone.
As long as y'all out of here by tomorrow.
Oh,
That's
no,
No,
we're
I'm gonna be out here tonight because I gotta
Okay.
find a spot to be.
right.
Yeah. So if I helped her, it'd be way
What's at
better.
the end of the tunnel that way?
There's
I don't
no
know.
tunnel.
That's
What
what
do
I
you
was
mean
thinking
no
about
tunnel?
going.
Like a,
No,
like,
what's
like
at the end of the tunnel where
like the-
she
like
stays?
the
Oh, that
water.
goes to my
Another-
dad's.
No, there's just another. It's just a hole, and then it goes down deep.
So it drops down into a drainage is what it does.
Yeah,
to
and then there's
underground.
that flowage, and then the bridge.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
He's talking about Lisa's hole. What is through there?
If you
Oh,
followed
there?
it all the way to the other side.
Oh,
that's
it's
Isaiah.
not even
There's
that far.
Isaiah. There's somebody else that lives down there.
Yeah, my
You
question.
want me to show you?
No. My question is, there's a thing that goes in the middle that way, right? There's like a water thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck,
Yeah.
that shit is bright. Bro. Turn on the other little, the brown one. There you go. There's a bridge, right? Underneath over there, right? Underneath the bridge, if you follow the canal all the way down that way, how far does it go that way?
Oh, it probably goes far.
You haven't been down that way?
Yeah. I have.
Maybe.
I've been everywhere down there.
Maybe
But I
you guys
forget,
could go that
it's
way.
in
You know what I
there.
mean? As long as we don't, you got cars right here, see this
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
away. You know
And,
what I mean?
and that's what I told her, but she had
I
to
was
have it here.
tired. I was tired when we came here.
Like
and
4 days ago, we came here. She was exhausted. It was a long day, and
I just wanted to put the camp
She
up.
wanted to-
I walked
wanted
from
to make it.
Sanderson all the way back to Val Vista
by the end of the day,
by the end of the day.
Holy moly.
And when we came here, I was tired. I said, just fucking make the fucking tent right
And I
next to
said,
Lisa's
"No, don't
because
do it."
I thought Lisa was sleeping in this tent.
that's
she's
why
not.
I was trying to do
And
the
she's
same thing
not.
as Lisa. But
So, yeah.
I've heard a lot of stories about people getting their stuff jacked. So
All the time.
at what time?
All the time it happens.
All the time. That's why I have this. I think we're the only ones that lock up our tents, actually. It's kind of messy right now because I had some people over, but
No, it's not.
you guys
Let's all jump in, man. Come on.
I got. Oh,
No, it's cool, brother.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we gave you the tour on what it looks like down here, what's going on. You see, we spoke to everybody. We did get one guy moved out. I guess he was kind of afraid when I told him the law was going to be coming. He don't like to be around the police, so he cleared campment, cleaned up, and he's out. We talked to the other people, as you noticed. They're going to be moving out tonight. Lisa and them's going to start packing everything up. As you notice now, Steve is already working on his packing.
I'm about to feed my dog right
He's feeding his dogs right now. As you see,
got-
old Ghost.
Pile ready to go over here, and it'll all be ready to go.
What's your big dog's name again?
Goose?
Goose. I call him Ghost. Goose
Short
and,
for- I think he's having a problem with that bread. It's really dry.
there you go. He's getting it down now.
Yeah, he's going, wow, what did you get me? This isn't leftover food that one of the businesses will give us. And, it's a nice.
He's got it stuck up on the roof of his mouth and he
it's like
can't get it
acting like
out.
Peanut butter. Come here, you okay, buddy? You're having a stroke,
But
are
ladies and gentlemen, you see, packing and moving process has started.
you? Let me see, baby. You're not choking on you. Let me see.
No,
Let me help you.
it's
Here, let me
stuck
help
up
you.
on the roof of her mouth.
Oh, yeah. Did we get it?
Back up. Ooh, my lights are
He's not
brightening.
gagging or
here.
anything. He's just like really working. Let me come here.
But as you notice, like I was saying, the moving process has started.
You okay? Let me see.
We did have some people on Facebook that commented down below one of our live feed videos that stated that they would be willing to come out with some trucks and, you know, help do cleanup. I did tell everybody out here, you know, it's not the community's responsibility to clean up the mess. You know, I did tell them that they will come out and help, but they got to do their part and help the community as well. You know, the community didn't make this mess. Everybody's willing to do the right thing out here. Let's see if it happens. What we're going to try to do is the trash that they have, since they already got so much trash already in the back, we don't want all the trash right here at the road where it's an eyesore for all the families out here, and it's not an eyesore for people that drive by. So my recommendation was take all the trash that they have, go ahead and pile it on the other trash pile that they have. We'll get a hold of the water board, see if we can get the water board to give us access to get the trucks in here. and then get all the campers out here together and get them start loading everything up so it can go to the dump. So we do want to show you Hemet News is out here trying to help the community and help them move on along and try to get this situation resolved. We're doing everything we can to help both sides, the community and the homeless. So we're going to see what happens tomorrow. We're going to come back tomorrow and check in. I guess he's going to be packing up through the night. We got the other campers said that they're going to be packing up. They're actually going to help the other campers pack up. Once they get them packed up, then they're going to start rolling up their stuff and move on down the line. So here we are over here on Palm and Old Chicago, where the campsite is, where everybody's complaining. We're going to see what we can do to get this situation resolved and get everybody happy again. So I do appreciate everybody's help, everybody's concerns, and until then, stay tuned with us, following the story. We will be back tomorrow for more updates. Thanks again. Thanks for everybody's support. Comment below if you're able to help out, and let's get this ball rolling. We will be down here as well helping, see what we can do to get this taken care of. Thanks again for listening. This is the crazy guy with the lazy eye with Ricardo Rulis. I say his last name wrong all the time, but you know what? I can't get that out. But anyway, 5-star detailing, folks. If you ever need that car wash, wax, detailed, Ricardo is the man with the waxing deal in his hand. You know, give him a call at 909-258-1924. I had to look a little close. His shirt was wrinkled a little bit where he's got it. But 909-258-1924. Ricardo is the man to come out and clean your car. Till then, thanks for tuning in with HemetINews.com. And for those that missed part 1 of the video, if you'll stand by, I'll go ahead and start streaming that one. This is earlier when we went and visited with Steve. This is part 1 where we visited Steve earlier when he was set up at Walgreens and Dollar Tree. We first came down, checked out the encampment, looking for Steve, and found out he was down there by Walgreens. So we went up there, visited him, and interviewed him on camera, letting him know the situation that's going down. So here's the video. Please make sure you share it.
So I'm guessing he went down there to use the restroom. It kind of looked like it, that, you know, he was using the restroom right about there. So
That's him.
That's another camp. Careful with this guy. Someone lives in that tunnel right there. That's Lisa. Lisa!
There you go. Should be, it's recording now. Let's go ahead and hit this one first. Hello? There you go. Well, we need to talk to you, sir. What? We need to talk to you, sir. What's up? We gotta talk to you, brother.
No, you gotta talk to me, brother. Get out of here.
Well, we're cleaning out this area. The police are on their way out here. There's issues with everybody being out here.
Alright.
So, task force is coming out. They're telling us we need to get everybody out because what's going to be here, they're coming, they're taking everything out and dumping it and removing everybody off of here because all this issue happening with Steve.
Alrighty.
So I need everybody out of here by today to try to find you guys a new place to go so there's no issues with nobody.
Alright.
So I'm just trying to let everybody know before the police get here. Trying to give everybody a warning.
I'll be gone by this evening.
I appreciate it, brother.
Thank you.
Okay, it's recording.
Recording?
Yep.
No way.
I'm documenting everything.
I realize you recovered by 911.
911.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we over here at Dollar Tree and Walgreens where Steve is set up. Looks like he's trying to raise some money. Hopefully he raises enough money for a U-Haul truck, but here we are. We're gonna have to go put our foot down. There you go. I'm gonna steal a cigarette so we need more of this. How's it going, Steve?
What you got there?
Hey, Ricardo.
What's your sign say there?
How's it going?
What's that?
What's your sign say?
I'm through easy.
These
Please help me find some home.
these guys are good? Steve, are these a good guy?
Yeah,
We know Steve.
Okay.
This is Eddie.
What are you trying to do here today?
I'm trying to make some money, just trying to survive.
Trying to survive out here?
Yeah.
You hungry? Help?
Hungry, food, yeah.
This morning and
Some, you know, like someone gave me cosmetics. Anything you can do to survive.
Yeah.
Hopefully get some work. That's what I like to do, you know, but it's tough.
Have you tried to go out and try to get some work?
Yeah, I always try to do it. People, I mean, sometimes people, like I'll hand out flyers or clean out people's yards.
Okay.
You know, usually odd jobs. You don't really get anything kind of steady, but
Yeah.
But you know, you never know. I always say, you want a job? Absolutely.
Are
Who wants
you
to
a
stand
veteran?
down here? I'm not a veteran, no.
Handicap?
So no, so I don't get a check or anything. That's
Well,
why.
let me ask you a question.
Sure.
We've been talking to a lot of homeless people, and what we do is, we try to find out what the story is why you were on the streets. What happened to you while you were on the streets?
So, well, I mean, actually, I have shelter, but like I don't have like running water or anything. So it's not really a full thing. What happened is just, I think people get in this position for two things: you make some bad decisions and have a lot of bad luck. I got laid off. I ended up running out of my unemployment. I lost my car, and then it's really tough when you get older I'm in my early 50s, haven't worked for a few years, they don't have a car. Now I have trouble, showering every day to look good for an interview. It's really tough to get steady work, and then eventually, if I'm not disabled or over a certain age, you can't get a check each month. It's kind of tough to survive.
Well, a lot of people in the community are like, want to know what kind. If you don't mind me asking,
Sure.
what kind of bad decisions did you make to cause you to be out here?
Trying to be nice and try to help everybody out. When I, and then when I turn around and your turn, like with our kids and stuff, I still have kids.
Right.
When I turn around, they kind of like, like my stepdaughter's the one that lost the car. I let her borrow it. She's supposed to go down the block. She ended up driving to a casino without a license, lost the car. So things like that.
What happened to cause you to lose your home?
So, I never owned a home. I just rented. But when I lost my job and got laid off and unemployment, what happened is my mother-in-law was ill. So we moved to Hemet here. My wife's a nurse. She took off, stopping work to take care of her. And she ended up passing away. We ended up staying at the house, ended up losing everything, unable to keep everything up. So that's why we ended up losing all the utilities and stuff like that.
Well, let me ask you another question. Where are you staying at now?
We're still staying in the house. We have electricity, but nothing else. No running water, no gas or anything. So,
are they trying to
it's better than sleeping in a field, but eventually, no offense, eventually though, they'll probably, hopefully, they'll eventually probably try to get the house because of back taxes and stuff. But I'm hoping in a year or two, and hopefully maybe we can, get back on my feet again. So that's all I try to do: survive each day, and hopefully, get a lucky break and here and there, and yeah. Steve had said, good guys, because I know some of the stuff online, some of the forum, they taking pictures of us and stuff, and then it's all negative,
Well, we do have an issue that we got to address, and I need to talk to you too, Steve. Scared the shit out of me. You're getting a lot of negative feedback.
I don't sound good.
I get that.
And
I'm sitting in the car's driving by, so and Joe's under pressure. I talked to Officer Avila the other day. Have I talked to you since then?
No.
He's the guy that spearheaded the HOT campaign to find me a place or to push me into a place. It's the homeless outreach team, sheriffs. They work in conjunction with the county workers, trying to get people off the street. If you take part in the census and answer in the affirmative, they reach out to you and try and help you find the way out. And he's a little upset because we still haven't found a place for me that it sounds good at first, and then something comes up that it doesn't work.
Yeah, because a lot of people were asking, what happened. This is supposed to be a temporary thing.
Yeah, and of course the mobile home, that didn't come through because of the lawsuit between the two co-owners. The one place, and they keep punching that, the one place they did find, it was like, I don't want to name the area, but it was in a bad area. It's like, do I live under a tree in a nice open field with the breezes, or do I live in the middle of a ghetto? And I don't see where it's an improvement. And in my opinion, and I've lived in some bad places, honestly, this was some place I wouldn't want to live. I wouldn't be able to maintain a positive attitude. It would have affected me emotionally and physically, and it was scary. And despite the assurances from my friend who was listening yesterday, well, I can teach you how to protect yourself. Honestly, I hate to say this, but I think the sheriffs are really pushing to get me off the street and get out of their hair. And I felt there was this undercurrent of, well, let's drop him over here, and he's out of our jurisdiction, it'll be their problem. The constabulatory, if you will. And I get that undercurrent. I haven't addressed it. I keep forgetting to mention it when they bring this up. It's like, well, we found that place, and you turn it down. Well, Steve, and it's like, yeah, but there's this and that, and really.
Well, this is
kind of.
This is the issue that's been addressed to us now.
Yeah, I turned down a place, and now I'm back.
Not that. You ever heard the saying, shit rolls downhill?
Yeah.
Well,
it's coming from the top, I know.
And it's getting all over me now.
From
We're
the board
getting
supervisor to the captain to, thankfully, James and Searle. We touched base yesterday. They came out, and we said, well, we all know that. We know how the thing's going to go, so let's get it going and get it rolling. Get him out here and get Joanne back on stable terms. We don't want things to fall on Joanne. She's really, she's scared. She doesn't want to lose her property.
And she's actually now on a limit. You've got to be out of there tomorrow, no later.
And that's what I told Avila. He said, honestly, how long do you think it'll take? And then I'm going, I wanted to be out of here already. events conspire, I will be out in 3 days. I gave me 3 days. He said, all right, 3 days, and I'll be back to check. I'll come out next week and make sure that you're gone. So 3 days takes us to Friday, which kind of leaves the weekend too. But I'm not gonna push it that far. I'm gonna have all my stuff gone on Friday. 2 days. Well, it's Wednesday right now, or Thursday.
Today is now Thursday.
Okay, well it'll be gone tomorrow.
It's got to be, because
yeah.
number one, this is what's going on right now. We can pull it up on Facebook, and I mean, people are talking about how they tried to help you.
Now the lights are spouting out.
This one lady said she let you stay on her front porch or something before.
Oh, she was mean. Yeah, she turned really mean. She didn't give me all the facts so I could make an informed decision. She withheld pertinent information, like she's actually being served with papers. Didn't tell me that. It seemed like a fight between brother and sister, and that's the way she acted. She acted like she wanted to fight it. She didn't think it was fair. Her sister lived right next door. She was on her case as well. They painted me with the same old brush. He's a thief. He's been stealing. He's a drug addict, and the whole works. And she wanted to fight it to my parents. And then suddenly it was, we have to go now. And then she was hammered, and she brought him. The first officer said, okay, fine, just pack up your stuff and get out as quietly as soon as you can.
Was there have to be an eviction done, or eviction paperwork?
That's when she got angry. She called up, I'm not sure if it was Corporal, I think it was Corporal Dowdy, but it might have been, no, it was Corporal Dowdy during the day. He told her, he's lived there for a minimum amount of time. You will have to go through a civil eviction in order to force him to leave if he's resistant. I wasn't resistant. If she told me what was going on, I'd have split the first inkling that it was going to turn that weird. But she didn't let me know that. She said, well, this is not fair. I'm and she acted like she wanted to fight her brother over this issue. It's not fair that you have to go trying to help somebody and they're being mean to me, like a family infight.
Well, the problem,
I didn't realize
the main problem is when we set you up. This is why Hemet News is getting hammered hard. When we set you up, we said you need to stay clean, make it look out of sight, and nobody else be there but you. Yeah. Well, now we have all this encampments coming in. There's people there all the time.
But they're not in my camp. What they do out in the wash is not my responsibility. It's not my fault. Right. Well, to pin me, like that lady stopped on the curb in her great big shiny red pickup and tried to implicate me when they were arresting the two kids that live in the van and do all that stuff. So, and I spoke up. I said, I'm the only one that had permission. I'm on private property at the invitation of the owner. Anybody else out here doesn't have that right. They can't stay with me. It's been agreed. I mean, it's official.
Right. So what
I have friends that come and go. I can't have friends come and go. They come. We enjoy each other's company and they leave. I told them, you can't live here. I'm the only one that has permission, and you're going to blow it for me if you try to stay.
Well, that's what they're doing, is blowing, because they're moving up close to your encampment. Well, now it looks like trash down there.
Oh, I know, and they've trashed
that too.
Honestly, I look out there and go, oh my God, there was no trash out there except for the pile that I collected. That I'm still gonna get that out along with everything else that they collected.
How are you gonna move it out?
I'm gonna bag it up and I'm gonna haul it out on my little trailer. Okay. And slowly incorporate it back where most of it came from the dumpsters around this area. I'm not gonna say specifically, but I know which ones fill up, and I don't want to give you some business over. I know which ones are empty or somewhat. The ones that don't fill up, and I'll slip it in and slowly over time.
Well, this is what's going down.
So they're hammering you now because
it was our help that put you there, and now everybody's hitting us.
And they're saying you shouldn't have done that, or you should have been quiet, or what?
Basically, Hemet News is the responsibility. Because
you're responsible for everything that came in, because you did a feature on that was kind to homeless people. We can't have that. We have to make them go away, disappear, and be invisible.
It's not just that. They're just basically saying it just went overboard. And it looks like
and because of them it went overboard. They don't realize their involvement in this situation. It's all put on the victim, and they don't take any responsibility for their constant parade of hatred.
Well,
they are haters. They need to hate, and they are accustomed to winning, and they don't like it when they can't win. They must win at all costs. They've lied to officers. They've called in false reports to every agency they can, sheriffs, code enforcement, animal services, and I know people, I can drop names on all three of these, they know me, and they know that what they were called. As soon as they get there, you gotta be kidding. You're building a fire pit, Steve? Oh, come on, that's just crazy. They come out, you're not building a fire pit. Of course not, Sarge, this is crazy. Officer Van Winkle, she came up, and she said, well, we've got, and I'd met her before, informally, and she said, we've got a report. You have 2 emaciated dogs tied to a tree in the sun. All blatant lies. They have no shame. They know they're anonymous to a point, and they can lie any way they can to constantly harass somebody who's openly and unashamedly homeless. I don't hide in the shadows. I don't try to hide that I'm homeless. It's not my fault I'm homeless. It is to a certain point, but it's not due to, things conspired against me with my depression, and here I am.
Right.
But
well, all the other people that's down there.
I looked too homeless. I was banned from the other shop. You could tell I looked too homeless. So entirely on the security guard thing, and he had something else going with somebody that had issues with him because I wouldn't be their pet homeless person, and I tried to clean up their filthy mobile home with dog feces and urine and dead cats and filthy dishes, never unwashed, never cleaned a dish. They just bought new ones with their disability money. They didn't like it that things went weird. They lied to their neighbors to force me out. I didn't have a phone charge. I couldn't call the sheriff to protect my interests. I'd been there long enough that they would have had to respect my rights as well. They didn't want to do that. They lied to the neighbors. They threw me out, drove me across town and dumped me. And I came back the next day, I got the sheriff, and I got my stuff out cleanly. But there was this lingering thing. They have the edge on the security guard because they talk. The one kid works there in that shopping center. They told him, hey, we don't like that guy. Press him, Yeah. That's where that came from. Because I was on good terms with the security guard up until the point where suddenly, well, Steve, you're looking a little too homeless. I'm going to have to ban you. I've been shopping at that shopping center for 30 years, and because I'm pushing a shopping cart and my clothes are dirty because I have no other clothes, now you're going to ban me from the place I washed my clothes at. Even the sheriffs were embarrassed to have to come out and fill out the paperwork. It's like, we have to do this guy's bidding. He's filing a thing. If you come on the property, and they had to explain it to me, and they resent it. I could tell by their attitudes. He got his thing. He went back to the shopping center, was across the street at the gas station, canning, trying to get some change together so buy dog food. And before the lead officer, because the lead officer came in later, before he left, he made a point. Hey, I'm going to leave these cans here on top of the trash can for you. So have a nice night and be safe. I mean, they were on my side too, as much as they could be, but they had to enforce the law, according to the security guard. Right. I understand the security guard was later fired for harassing the women that would come out of the bar after closing drunk. He was kind of seamy and doing odd things, and he was fired for that. So,
well, the other homeless people that's down there right now, we went down in there and we checked them out, and they're going to have to leave.
Oh, I know. I told him, hey, when the gatekeeper's gone, when I move, and I'm moving in 3 days, I'm going to be out. All my stuff's going to be gone. If it means, just get it off the property. If they want to write a ticket for me putting things in the watershed, I'll take the ticket. I'll take the blame for it. I'll take the responsibility for it. But I'm not going to endanger Joanne's property or her safety. I mean, we have neighbors that are so full of themselves, they drive onto her property without invite and threaten her over me. Right. This is way beyond anything I expected. I expected haters to drive by and hate. I expected them to lie to the authorities. I didn't expect them to actually physically violate her property, uninvited, trespass, to tell them how much they hated the fact that she was helping a homeless person. I hope you're getting all this, because I'm enraged, and everybody that stopped to talk to me today, I've been giving them hell.
I want you to say whatever you want to say on camera.
Edit it down so I don't look so crazy, but
it's your time to put out what you want.
I'm sorry, but it's really hard to...
I try to keep out of the way. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah, if we could tuck back in. This is the issue with the security guard, really. He's at times very harsh and at times nice. He's been nice with me since I stopped coming around all the time.
Get off track.
Sir?
You guys gonna do what all the negatives that walk and came off all the time.
No, I want to get your ass to sue because right
chance
now they want to sue you for hitting them.
Yeah, I'm with this
I
guy.
got hit 2 of them last night. I'm going to be setting up the cameras. I'm going to be getting their ass. I got y'all back.
No, I'm serious. It's really ridiculous. This town's going down because they're bringing all this riprap from everywhere to here.
Yep.
Because the San Ysidro...
Hey, they're busting them in!
And the city of Hemet...
Go down at 4 o'clock in the morning, they're unloading them from buses with a paper bag in their hand from other places.
That's right.
All right, man.
That's why we keep new faces.
That is true. That is true. We're investigating that. But the issue, what we're going to have to do, they're cracking down. They're giving us.
I told them. I'm sorry. I told them, you better start packing because when the gatekeeper's gone, the focus is going to go from where I was to you guys, and you're going to be gone.
Yeah, well,
you can either get out voluntarily before it hits, or you're going to be. And
well, there
was one pile of trash when I left down there. My intention to fully truck it out. It's grown, and now there's trash all the way down.
We went down there and
the winds, the blew. I'm going to. Holy crap! Are they using this embankment for a toilet? I think. Well, what is all this crap out here? It wasn't like that when I was out there. I had my trash pile, but it was tucked in so it wouldn't blow around.
Right.
There's just trash all over the place out
there. The campsite where Lisa's at, where the little dog is at, are they living inside the tunnel?
I prefer not to.
Are they living inside the tunnel?
They seek shelter in the tunnel. That's all.
Okay.
That's all I prefer to say.
Okay.
She is aware of the flooding. She was ahead of the flood this time. She has been down there in the past before her boyfriend was taken away for the mental issues. They have lost their stuff when the rains came, and I was surprised that even that storm we had, when it actually kind of really showered, the wash where it collects, I think I told you this, there was stuff blocking it, and just from that little thing, it almost reached the top of that thing. And I'm looking at what I'm in the process, and it's in the middle of it at that time. If it had breached the top, it would have washed right through her property again. And I'm trying to, and I told her that I'm going to try and alleviate that problem by flow dynamics and making sure that the easiest route for the water to go is not through her property, by sloping and angling and building it up with good materials and deeply embedded. And I'm wrestling 400, 500, 600 pound chunks of sidewalk, curb, and gutter. I mean, in order to get a firm foundation where it's really going to hit if it broaches that wall. I pulled a tire out of the end of the tunnel, out of the end of the pipe that it should be draining through, and there was a bag full of packing peanuts that was wedged against that tire. So the water was severely constricted, and if the water company would come out and kill all that vegetation, that would help it flow too. I mean, I was surprised it flowed at all. There's so much crap plugging that thing up. I took it by myself. I'm cleaning that stuff up. I clean the trash that's blowing in. And in the end, I'll probably clean up all the trash that I can see in that area in the end. I don't like leaving a mess behind. I've been put in a situation where I've had to because I was forced to go, and there was stuff that I wanted to come back and get that I had to leave behind due to the dynamics of the moment. And I lost that stuff. Somebody came upon it, and I lost some good pieces of tarp, green, heavy tarp, among other things. But I don't like leaving a mess behind. I like to make it better when I leave.
Well, this is a situation that's been brought to my attention. And what's going to end up happening, and I mean, I'm telling you like it is from what's being told to me like it is. We've been told we have to get you out of there tomorrow. If it's not done by tomorrow, this is not just you, it's everybody. I went down into the encampment, and I tried to talk to everybody that's down there, but there's only one person there, and it looks like he was kind of trying to get his rocks off or trying to hit a rock. I don't know, but he told us to get out of here. And I told him,
was he a white guy, bearded?
Joey.
Oh, Joey?
No, white hat, bearded, yeah.
A black beard, big, full, bushy black beard.
Yeah. Who's that?
And he was in the farthest tent?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the guy that caused the problems for me in the get-go. He's a punching bag, settled in. Within 5 days, they'd blown the entire encampment. I took the heat because everybody ran away, and I'm left there with all my things, and I'm receiving citations because I was the only one left there. And Deputy Schmidt keeps on, well, I have to do something, and it's like, I was okay until these people settled in, and you didn't get them. You chased him, he ran. She called the sheriff, but wouldn't stick around to meet about when he punched her and drew blood, and she showed me the blood, and she was spinning like a top. And then I realized they play off each other, and they just get back together and repeat it, and rinse and repeat. And I wash my hands of it. Lisa tried to help her. She's been through that situation, and she didn't want to do what she should do. That is, seek help from the sheriff, go out there, have him arrested. He would wait, they could take her to the shelter, and she waffled and, well, I'm going to get my son, and we're going to go sneak in there and get my stuff. Obviously, you don't want the help that you say you want. So I washed my hands. I'm not going to help. I was frenzied because I saw him going across the parking lot. I'm reporting to call the sheriff now, and she's, I'm looking for shelters, and she's sitting in Taco Bell surfing the web. Excuses. Yeah, and that's when I realized this is a game they play with everybody. It was confirmed by other people. They blew the thing for me. Now he's back in the tent. I just found out 2 nights ago. I'm talking to Joey. Look, hey, where'd that tent come from? Who's that? Oh, Mike's back. I was like, oh.
Well, Mike was told.
He's the one that showed him my camp 3 times when he thought I wasn't there to retrieve tools that I'd saved from his destroyed camp, and told him about the first opportunity. Come and get him anytime I'm there. And he 3 times he showed up, didn't think I was there. The first time he actually goes, oh, I didn't think you were here. It's like, and it didn't. He struck me at first. A couple weeks later, he's gone and said, well, if you didn't think I was here, why were you in that camp? And the second time I confronted him, he cursed me out and left. Third time, I burst up out of there. I'm in disarray, and I told him, get out of my camp. And he said, no, like a little toddler. That, no. And he looks away, and I go, well, let me get my pants on, because things are falling out. Let me get my pants on, and I'll deal with you in a minute. And he turned around, and he left me alone after that.
Well,
of course, I did take the tool that was left, broke the handle over my knee, and gave it to somebody that knew where he was, and told him, if he comes back, that's what I'm going to do to him, and he left me alone. He likes to start fights. He has history of people that went through school with him or behind him in school. He would pick fights with anybody, and just nothing but fighting all through his school career.
Well, back to the point.
He's kissing my butt right now.
Can we move over to the shade kind of? I'm toasting right here.
I did talk with him, and I did tell him
and he's
that
an asshole.
Well, I wasn't. I'm going to be an asshole.
Let's go up here, yeah? I'm really toasting, man. I really can't deal with the sun. Just, it's okay. Hey, Eddie, I'm sorry, man. I'm toasting.
I'm toasting too, and I'm thirsty as heck, folks. But
yeah.
I'm trying to get to the bottom.
Oh, there's Lisa right here.
Yeah, Lisa's ahead of the curve. She's already made plans of it. She's got storage units. She's going to be gone. Joey and Jessica, they're on their own. Mike, I don't give a shit what happens to him.
All right. Well, let me tell you what
and our friends that use the tunnel, they should be aware that they need to get to it.
Well, everybody, this is what I told what's his guy in the tent. I told him, I said, you got to be out of here tonight, because tomorrow the sheriff's department's going to be out here, the GTFs. I mean, everybody's
going to be out tomorrow?
Tomorrow. Everybody's got to be gone tomorrow, because...
Well, that means we got to be gone tonight.
Right.
So tomorrow isn't really tomorrow. I told him 3 days. That was on Tuesday. You figure it got till Friday.
Yeah.
He said he'd be out. Officer Deputy Avila, who is part of the hot team, spearheading the help that I've been receiving and pointed to.
Well, this is what they
he said he'd be out next week to make sure that I left. And now it's been stepped up 3 days, basically 3 days sooner. So.
But see, everybody's supposed to have been out last week. Never happened. All right. So this is the plan.
Yeah, I was.
Right. Well, this is the plan.
What they do is not my responsibility.
I know. But this is the plan that's coming down to me from up
So they're
top.
stepping it up, and they want to make a big show tomorrow. They want cameras. And,
if it's not gone, if everybody's not gone by tomorrow, they're coming out and they're going to remove everything. So everything's going to go to the garbage. I don't care what it is, what you own. They're taking everything, and then
so they've advanced the timeline, and this is the only warning we got.
Yes,
and that's plain fair. Obviously, the haters they're going to get their win on.
Yep.
They have to win at all costs, even if it means lying to the authorities and filing false police reports.
That's why I'm trying to,
I don't know why there's not a backlash.
I'll go down here. I'm trying to talk to everybody that's down there. I don't know who else has got campers down there. I see Lisa's camp. I see Mark's camp.
There's more or less storage.
And then there's 2 more campments down there. I don't know who's there, or there ain't nobody there. But we need to get the word to them. Everybody needs to vacate by tomorrow, because if not, they're coming in with trucks, bulldozers, and we're going to bulldoze everything out.
So there's
and then
it's nice of them to step it up, and
and then the main problem
try to surprise us with this thing. It's like they know we're down here. Why are they? Now they're playing these games to make a big show. I know it's an election year, and they have to make a show, and unfortunately, we're the subject. So.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to help everybody out by
and I really do appreciate it, because I wouldn't have known. I'd have counted on tomorrow to clean things up and finalize.
We pretty much told you on Monday. Saturday.
Well, I spoke to Avila on Tuesday, and and I told him honestly it's going to take me about 3 days to rally my forces and get my things off of Joe's property. If that meant just shoving it out on the other side of the property line, I was prepared to do that. Drag it out on a tarp, whatever. There's things you can do just in mass, and just to meet the letter of the law, be off of her property, so it's not on her anymore.
Because
that doesn't, if I have to get a ticket or whatever for putting property out there, I'll take the ticket. I'll take the heat for my actions. It's not
Because they're
right
going
for
to start
Joe
charging
to be
100
pressured to do that.
Right, because if they have to come out here and do all this, it's going to cost you guys $150 an hour, not the property owner. If you move it over to the county side off of property, it's going to be on you to cover that ticket if it's not clean. If they have to go out here and pick up one piece of trash, it's going to be $150 minimum just for one piece of trash.
And I suppose if everybody else is gone, then it'll be my fault again.
Well, that's why.
Yeah, and I've taken the blame for people who have caused problems that I had nothing to do with.
Well,
I just happened to be adjacent. It's like somebody has an accident over here, you see it happen, and now you're responsible. You got to pay the fine. I mean, it's
well, that's why when you get back down to the encampment, I want to go down there with you.
I have a camp. I don't have an encampment.
Right. Well, you know what I'm talking about.
I'm not part or parcel to what's going on beyond me on off of Joe's property.
And we're going to put this on camera. And when we get back to your place, whenever you get back, I want to know. We'll come down there with a camera, and I want me and you to walk the whole area out there and tell me only what you're responsible for on camera and who did the everything else. Because people are saying they seen you putting stuff down.
I'm not going to name people. I'm not going to say, well, they're responsible for that piece of trash, and well, that's a piece of trash from when I was.
Well, I just want to know: is this yours? All you got to do is say yes or no. That's all I need. But we need to get everybody down there together. Everybody's got to work together.
That trash pile was contained. I had it in cardboard, and it's since spread and grown and been picked through and spread about. So it's been acquired by the people to say that I'm still responsible for it. That's kind of
in a way,
yeah, because I began it.
Right.
But it's since grown bigger than that. It's the responsibility of everybody that's been through there.
Well,
how do you pin the blame?
Everybody
since
needs
I started,
to
I
get
guess
down there and help clean the mess up.
Yeah, I don't see a coordinated effort by this group to watch each other's butt. Mike is still on my shit list. I've been cordial to him, and he's been cordial in return. No hard feelings, no hard feelings.
Well, Mike will be removed. I mean, he wants to get hostile. We have people that can remove him.
And they were looking to arrest him when they was using Jamie for a punching bag. He always ran with these other cops. He ran right through my camp the first time. And I said, oh, you're probably looking for that guy. No, now we're here for you. It's like, I'm a bystander, and you're pinning it on me. I didn't cause these two to fight each other and do their rugs open.
I guarantee you, when I go down there with the cops, he's not going to have a chance to run.
They actually moved 3 times in that one day. They were way down there where Brandon used to have his camp, and then they decided, well, it'd be better over here. Now they were really closer, and then decided they'd just post up right next to me in the trees behind me, between me and the road.
Right.
And instead of saying, hey, don't go there, I'd claim that spot too. I didn't know they were in trouble. They looked like a nice couple. They introduced themselves. They were kind of, hey, we're going to cook burgers. You want some? It was only after the fact I realized these guys are assholes and they're causing me all this grief. And now the guy's back again. He went down and kicked people out of the tunnel, took over their spot, and then he had to run because he caused problems.
You gave him $9 and you said half, right?
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's for the...
$3.
Wow, $9 for this bottle?
It's $3 and then $1 and change.
But, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to help you out, but also, I got to help our community out too. It's not just the haters. It's even like I say, Joanne. She's catching. Like I say, shit rolls downhill, and it's already hitting her. It's hitting Hemet News, and it's like okay, it's time. We got to put our foot down. The cops are putting their foot down, and that's why I say, they took. I got to tell everybody.
I mean,
it's got to be done tonight.
Involved, right. And the captain's involved,
so I don't want to see nothing happen to anything that you've got. We've got.
I was going to get rid of most of my stuff. In fact, at one point I was tentatively planning a yard sale or a yard giveaway today, but I
gotta get some boxes and I already got.
Your stuff's ready.
No, it's not. Still got to pack. I've been running around doing things for everybody else.
Yeah, I was hungry and I didn't have the resources that have been there for me. I had to come over here and try and drum up some food. I had a couple of canned goods, and my dogs were out of food, and this is the reason I came over here today. Early this morning, actually, I canned at first, and there wasn't much to go around, and there wasn't anything of any value really, and I puttered around until I realized, well, I really actually came over here to get water because the Chinese restaurant Ben has been very helpful. He's allowed me to use his tap to get water. I have neighbors close by, but the restrictions are kind of weird. He doesn't want me to come during the day. He wants me to come late at night, and I'm afraid that could turn weird if I'm taking water from his front tap and he's asleep and the cops roll up.
himself out.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are down here at the campsite, and we are working with Steve. We're helping him get everything packed up. As you notice, he's got his train loaded up already. He's making progress. So, I mean, he is trying to do what he said he's going to do.
No, I'm going to do it. It's not trying. I am going to do it.
You're doing it now.
I hate that word trying.
All right.
I've used it too many times. And you try and you fail. And I'm going to do it. It's going to happen. It'll be done on time.
And we're also going to walk down, check out the other camps, see what's going on down here. They were given the same warnings, so we're going to go down there and see what's happening as well. And Steve's going to show us the trash piles and everything that's down there. So go ahead and follow us, and we're going to roll on down here in the dark and see what we can figure out. Steve, you know this.
Shut off? Do you have your remote for that? I'm sorry.
No, I shut them off.
Okay. Because it seemed like something was right then it was really him.
Right. Oh, that was him. He's doing that that way.
Oh, okay.
So you know the way better in the dark, so we'll follow you down there the trail.
All right. Yeah. I want to get this off so it's vulnerable to somebody going, oops, I didn't make the turn, and my dogs are like that. We'll be okay.
We're down here earlier when we were looking for you. There's one car come bailing around the curve like a bat out of hell.
Watch the gulch. Oh yeah, there's good. Yeah. And as you can see, I've done some improvements to the trail since last time. It's almost pushed back. All these rocks will be placed in line with the tree and behind it. Right about where I'm shining the light right now is where the wall will finally come to rest. This monster has been the nemesis. This is the
menace.
I began trying to move this with a shovel. I killed the shovel. I reburied it, but it was sticking out into the trail. It would have been maybe 2 feet wide with this thing sticking out. And if I built it up, then the water would pool behind it, and that wouldn't work. So the slope is going to be towards this and downhill from the crest up there. So hopefully, if this thing does overflow, it'll just kind of go this way. I'm trying to make it easy for the water to follow the path of this.
Awesome. Let's go down there.
Actually, get rid of this stuff. It will flow better. Over here, this is stuff I pulled out of well, not the aquarium, that was dumped out here. But this stuff I pulled out of this right here. The tire was actually wedged in, and this is full of packing peanuts. And that would be collected behind it. And I think that's why it backed up with that slight storm that it had to do. They said they'd come out and put the weed killer or something. Oh, you're going to get boulders and stuff?
Who's that over here?
Roundup.
We got some.
Yeah, that's Christmas Stephanie. To the right, I think Lisa is being proactive. I think she got her stuff already moved. She was upset with me for some reason when we passed up there. I'd stopped to put my lights on just on this side of the bridge, and Anna Marie stopped and she said, "Are you okay? Do you need any help?" And I said, "No, I'm just turning my lights on." And we chatted for a little bit, and then Lisa walked by and did not acknowledge me, and I was really concerned.
Anybody over here?
I don't know. I mean, Lisa's not here. She passed by and whoops. Hey, there she is. Hey, Lisa. You're not mad at me, are you? Because you didn't say anything when you went by.
You haven't taken time to open your eyes and analyze the situation, have you? I asked you for help.
What's up, guys?
You wouldn't give it.
How's your day?
You didn't want help. And you were going to help somebody, help me, unless you got something out of it. That's the way I saw it and the way I took it.
Oh, you're taking it wrong.
Well, that's the way I saw it, and that's the way you presented it. Okay, so yes, I was pissed.
Y'all got everything about ready to try to be.
Yeah, I'll do it that way, but
everything.
But right now, I'm gonna go cut my shit. I got boxes.
We have our
I
bags.
gotta do that.
I just recently got my bags yesterday.
When I take a break,
But yeah, I could literally just backpack in probably like 15 minutes and just be out of here with my tent. All I just gotta do is roll up my tent.
Okay, which one is your tent?
That one.
This one right here?
Yeah.
Okay, who has the tent that's pushed over in the in the weeds over there? Her, okay, that's hers.
It's like, no, I would fish for my stuff, yeah.
Joey and Jessica.
Is Joey here?
We heard he was here.
Alright, we'll try to find him. Yeah, this is the trash right here a lot of people are concerned about.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't understand how that was possible. Look at all that.
Oh, I remember.
Who done that?
There's plenty of times when nobody has a problem with that. We're not up to anything. I won't be building forts that are hard to take down. I'm kidding. Or just the basic stuff and no more.
Yeah.
And get rid of anything that's not. I don't need and all big stuff. I never did store. He wants the tank and
This was the trash that we were showing you earlier in our live stream. Steve stated he did put a little bit here, and then everybody else just started contributing and grew. So this is something that they're definitely going to have to take care of as well. This is the tent that I remember seeing way down there on the other end of this place, Ricardo. Down on that was Nikki's tent.
Nikki's tent, that's right.
Okay, well that's the one I saw all over the place. So I'm back square away.
Focus on that. Okay, whose campsite is this? Anybody at this campsite?
Hello?
Hello? Keep me on camera. Who's up? Hey, who are you? Is this Joey? Yeah. Okay, Joey, I need you to come out and talk to me a second, sir. You don't have any weapons, do you?
No, sir.
Okay.
How you doing?
Good. We got an issue down here. Gang Task Force and the law is going to be out here in the morning.
Okay.
I'm trying to get everybody a little heads up.
Okay, sir.
We need to get everybody out of here. We need to get all this cleaned up. This is really a nightmare. The whole community's complaining about it. I don't want to see anybody go to jail, start getting citations.
Okay.
Steve's packing up now. I need you guys to be out of here by the morning.
Okay, sir.
If not, the possibility, I'm not saying you won't, I'm not saying you are or will, but possibility they will detain you. I'm just trying to give everybody heads up that we, want to try to get everybody out of here, move on down somewhere else, away from this area.
Okay.
For your safety, their safety. The neighbor right over here behind these bushes, they're really catching a lot of hell from the code enforcement.
Okay, no problem.
So they are considering this area right here where everybody is trespassing because it is on the county property, on the water board.
Okay.
So I'm trying to let everybody know I need you to go ahead, clean up, pack up, and try to be out of here before in the morning time. Sir.
Okay, no problem.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Focus on that.
Got that for me, Joey?
To the left, to the back.
Anybody else talk? Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize.
Hey, I need a light like that.
Yeah, you gotta have an outlet to charge those things up, man.
Yeah, they don't last long.
How many lumens are there?
Don't know. I know they're bright.
Okay.
Okay, whose camp is this?
I stay down here, okay?
Okay.
All the trash and stuff, people have been back down here, rifles and stuff. I've lost clothes again. I didn't know how to get clothes. And see, they were back again. All that. I cleaned it up, and when I take off in the morning or whenever, every time I take off with the wagon, I haul something off.
Right.
And I'm trying to get it all cleared out, but the kids come through or whoever comes through,
The party kids.
they rifle through it and throw shit all over again, and that's why I'm having to go twice like this again. And today, they did it again. Here's my cookie. You can unhook her, babe.
She's a
everything's thrown in the bushes,
extraordinaire.
all
She sits
that.
in the tunnel and knocks them dead.
You know?
She's a good
And
little
I
dog.
was trying to get this cleaned up and taken out and everything, and it's like, no matter how many steps I take forward, they just throw me. I mean, I don't take a step back. They just throw me way back.
Now, who all's been throwing garbage over on that pile over there?
It's been added to. I'm not going to accuse anybody. I know Nicole was throwing things on there. She just walks by and, pointedly throwing
she comes
things in.
from where her camp is down that way. Cause my box
Just say it accumulated probably from everybody, but not.
I'm guilty
us
of
two.
throwing one box.
Okay.
They're recent.
That's it.
We're recent.
Other than that, I just start saving the box
And I
and
take
hauling
my
it out. Like
I
I
just,
said.
that trash pile originally mine, and it had a lot of cardboard. That's why it wasn't that big, but the cardboard was taken out, and it just was a bigger.
They look like they're kind of multiply big time.
But that's on my list of things to bag up and take out. So I'm taking responsibility for that, the whole thing. Whoever put the stuff there, I'm taking responsibility for that. If I get the chance and they don't take, all this loose things that have been blown around, I'm taking responsibility for that. I'll clean it up and I'll get it out.
We're going to try to
I'm allowing, I'll keep going until it's done.
Everybody down here staying needs to help pitch in and clean it up.
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna,
we are. Yeah.
I'm not going to ask you or
Yeah.
even though you didn't do it,
Yeah.
presume that I can require anybody to do anything they don't want to. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, look out for you.
You know, whatever happens, I'll be cleaning up at the last. You know, I'll be cleaning up everything that's still here when the dust settles.
Where's the other guy? Did he move out of here yet?
Oh, he's gone.
Good. I told him to leave, and it looked like he listened to us, Ricardo.
Yeah, he doesn't want any contact with the authorities. So.
Well, good. I guess I scared him good.
All right, well, folks, it looks like we did get one of them out of here. He listened to us, and remember, Ricardo, when you filmed that he was over in the, what do you call it, in that lady's property? Remember you zoomed in over there? That's what he was doing.
Yeah, the guy with the big
packing
beard.
up and leaving. Yeah,
Of
that's
course.
the guy that's been causing a lot of problems for Steve.
Yeah.
Let's see if he left a mess down here. Yeah, because he was camped about right here.
Looks like these are piles of trash. Maybe he picked it up. Looks like a pillow
We left a
or a
blanket.
blanket. These are his sticks, I'm sure he used for the...
Glad we got him out of here. Alright, so I think that's about the issue that we've had.